All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all honor and all glory unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I learned this truth from. Shalom, no sincere Akim, pushing this word and truth and its sincerity. May peace and blessings be upon your household. Shalom to you, Akwa, for listening to tune in as well. And, hey, the Wadi Yabashim Shai for giving me a spirit to come out and teach your word another week. And, we're just going to flow through the spirit and go into, the things that Esau Edom is doing, And if you don't know who Esau Edom is, that is the so-called white man, all right? They are the biblical Edomites. And, what Esau Edom is trying to do is he's trying to establish something called the New World Order, all right? And he's doing it right before a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans' eyes, man. He's causing all these different, so-called events. You got the train derailment over there in Ohio. I think it was another train derailment over there in Arizona as well. Okay, so we see, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, we see him, moving. All right, we see him plotting against the just. Okay, and Yahweh Shema Shai told his men to go out, and warn his people. Okay, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is going to try to cut you off. Okay, you can read about that as well in the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter, man. Esau Edom, basically he wants to exterminate you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, and he's gonna come after those of us who believe in this truth. Okay, first and foremost, but all in all, he wants to destroy all the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, and let's grab it. Let's start in Ezekiel 3:17. Okay. All right, Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17, and it reads, "Son of man, I made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel." All right, so Yahweh Shema Shai, he made his men, watchmen. He set up, he's setting up men to be watchmen unto you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, and a watchman does what? He watches out for danger, man. All right, in a lot of danger. All right, terrible, evil times are getting ready to come to the planet Earth. All right, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to raise up Esau Edom, his sword, to come after you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. And that's what the Lord has set up certain men to do. To come out to the streets, teach the word, in truth and in sincerity. Not the word according to these so-called pastors who are basically lying to their congregation. And you got so-called Israelite leaders, they're lying as well, telling their congregation the C-hip is not what it is. All right, that's not giving a proper warning. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. All right. So the warning is coming from Yahweh Shema Shai, but he's using men to give the warning. That's why Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, they don't take this truth serious. They don't take what the Lord has set up certain men to do serious. They think it's a joke. They think that we coming out here on our own accord. All right, we're putting on dresses. We're looking foolish, but hey, that's okay, man, because the Lord is going to vindicate, his true servants. All right, sooner or later, the world is going to see that not what we're saying, but what Yahweh Shema Shai is using us to say is going to be true. All right, when Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, comes down, you know, with that sword, man, you know, that he's been sharpening for a very long time, the earth is going to know that what we're saying is the truth. You know, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're going to know that a prophet has been among you, man. All right, but it's going to be too late for a lot of you, man. You better repent now. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab Habakkuk 2 and 3. All right, because the visions, you know, the visions of the Lord, which are the prophecies, are speaking. All right, this is Habakkuk 2 and 3, and it reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." All right, so the visions, you know, the prophecies written in the book were for an appointed time. You know, that's why you see, you know, all these prophetic events, you know, that earthquake over there in Turkey that killed, you know, 35,000 people and counting. All right, you got the train derailment, like I was just going into. You know, the love of many waxing cold. You know, people just deleting each other left and right, man. All right, these are the visions, you know, that were for an appointed time. Okay, in the last days, certain prophecies would kick off. All right, in that main, you know, the main prophecies are at hand. All right, the sea hip, you know, Jacob's trouble. All right, martial law. All these things are in the scriptures, man. You know, the Lord set an Egyptian against Egyptian. Okay, your class wars. You know, the left versus the right. All these things, you know, are visions. All right, prophecies that were for an appointed time. All right, and we're in that time now. Okay, that's why it's important for you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans to turn back to the Lord, man, before it's too late. Okay, seek the Lord while he may be found, because pretty soon, you know, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's gonna take his men up off the planet Earth, man. I mean, Salakia, he's gonna take his men off the street. All right. Okay, that the famine of the word, man. Because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right, so the visions, you know, the prophecies are not tarrying. That's why you see Esau, Edom, you know, the elites and the other heathen nations trying to set up their new world order. You know, trying to bring, you know, the sea hip, which is the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast. All right, no matter what any other camp says, the sea hip is the mark of the beast, man. All right, the chip. Okay, and we see these things being pushed, you know, in the mainstream media, man. But you still got, you know, camps denying that, you know, the sea hip is not the mark of the beast. All right, but you know, hey, time will tell, man. All right, who has the truth? All right, but you know, like don't want to deviate. You know, we see these visions, man. All right? We see the visions of the Lord coming to pass, man. And, you know, hey, that Jacob's trouble, you can feel it, man. You know, it's going to get real nasty out here. Okay? And that's why, you know, the warning is being given, because it's about to get really nasty, man. You see the devil, you know, getting ready to cut off the food stamps next month. You know, trained derailment in Ohio, which Ohio has a large population of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, which would be the Israelites. All right, that's not by coincidence. Okay. The train derailment in Arizona, that's not by coincidence, man. Arizona has a lot of Northern Kingdom and a lot of Judah as well. Okay, a lot of Southern Kingdom. But, majority of Arizona is Northern Kingdom. Okay, so you have Esau, Edom, hit up Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom, man. Okay, it's clear and it's evident that this man, all right, this devil has it out for you, you Israelites, man. All right, it's not coming along with this devil, Slakia, getting along, okay, holding hands, kumbaya, into the kingdom with this so-called white man. All right, this man wants to destroy you. Okay, let's go to 2nd Ezra. All right, 2nd Ezra 15:1, and it reads, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." Okay? So we are commanded to speak the words of prophecy. All right, unto you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Because why? It's thus saith the Lord. This is not of me. All right? This ain't of me, man. The scriptures say we filthy rags. All right? I'm nobody. Okay? But the Lord put it on my spirit to come out here and teach his word, man, the truth and the sincerity. All right? The words of prophecy. Okay? Why? Because that's the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. The words of prophecy, man. Okay? If you're not speaking the words of prophecy unto the Israelites, then how are you a man of the Lord? How are you a prophet if you're not speaking prophecies? It makes no sense. Okay? Okay, and these two major prophecies, man, are getting ready to come to pass. All right, Jacob's trouble, like I'm going into, and the sea hip, which goes along with Jacob's trouble. Okay, the sea hip, man. All right, the mark of the beast, which is being pushed heavily. We see Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, setting up, okay, the new world order. All right. Which is going to tie into Jacob's trouble. The FEMA camps, all right, these concentration camps, okay? All these things tie into prophecy, man. All right? Let's go to our next scripture, which is going to be, no, we already got that. All right, let's go to Revelations. All right, because a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you must have forgot who Esau, Edom, the so-called white man is. All right? Through being comfortable, here in America, you forgot who Esau, Edom is. You forgot that he's your enemy, and you forgot that he's the devil. All right? You forgot that he's a bloody man. All right? See, our forefathers, King David, Solomon, the prophets, they knew who Esau, Edom was. All right? And they knew what type of capabilities this man has, man. He's a bloody man. Okay, he likes blood, he likes to kill. That's the way the Lord made Esau, man. Okay, and you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are getting ready to find that out. All right, you're getting ready to find out that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, along with these other heathen nations, have always been your enemy. All right, the Lord is going to show you, okay? Because obviously, the men of the Lord coming out to the highways and byways and telling you that Esau, Edom's your enemy, that's not enough. So the Lord is going to have to show you, okay? All right, Revelations 12:12, and it reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea." All right, woe means destruction, okay? Woe means destruction, man. Destruction unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, man. So everybody is getting ready to catch pure hell. But the only difference is that the elect are going, the elect are going to come through the fire, man. All right, if you a 2/3 Negro, Latino, and Native American, expect to catch pure hell. All right, because that's the only thing that's coming to this planet Earth is pure hell, man. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Okay, the devil. When you go into that word devil, it just means deceiver. Okay, who's the deceiver? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, he's the main deceiver. But these heathen nations, these other heathen nations, they're devils as well. But the top main devil, is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's the top main devil. He's the top deceiver on the planet Earth. All right, and the scriptures say that he's getting ready to come down with great wrath, man. All right, wrath, great anger. All right, and he's gonna take that anger out on you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you could already see it on a small level. Okay, these cops, pulling Jake over, blasting him. Hey, and that's another reason why this wisdom is very important, because the scriptures tell you to agree with our adversary quickly. All right, just a side note to you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans who may be listening. Okay, agree with your adversary quickly. Esau, Edom pull you over. Do what he tell you to do. All right, so you can go home and serve Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Okay, but not to deviate, we see this devil, pulling Jake over, blasting him away. Beating up Eve. You women starting to catch hell as well by Esau, Edom. By at the hands of these cops. But really, hey, it's Yahweh Shema Shai. That's putting the spirit. He putting that old spirit on these Edomites. So to show you that hatred, man, that perpetual hatred that it tells you about in the scriptures, that ain't never went away. The hatred that the so-called white man has for you Negroes, all right, especially Negroes, all right, the Southern Kingdom, the so-called black man, all right, the hatred that he's always had for you ain't never went away. Okay? Just because you don't see these devils, riding around, trying to lynch Jake, okay, drag Jake, like they used to do, back in the good old days. They used to, hang Jake. Hey, which they still doing it, all right? They just ain't reporting on the news. But the Lord is getting ready to put that old hatred back in these devils, okay? That great wrath. Because he knoweth that he have but a short time, okay? So these elites, they know and understand that they have a short time, man, okay? They see the chariots doing, miracles and miraculous things in the skies. Okay, they know that they have a short time. So what are they gonna do? Come after you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, to try to cut you off. Okay, that's the plan. That's the goal that these elites have for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay, they plan ain't for you to rise up in society and create businesses, create another Black Wall Street like they trying to do in Atlanta. Hey, the Lord is gonna break all that shit up, man. All right, using the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. All right, ain't no amount of prepping. Okay, going out into the woods and building tiny homes and planting gardens. That ain't the plan of the Lord, man. The Lord is about to bring judgment to this earth. Okay? Yahweh Shema Shai is about to bring judgment to the earth. All right, and he's gonna start with you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, he's gonna start with those who know that they Israelites. Okay? That's in the book of Romans. You know, he's going to start with those who know, okay, the truth. All right, let's go to Ezekiel. Okay, the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel 21 and verse 29, and it reads, Salakia, Ezekiel 21 and verse 9. Salakia. And it reads, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, a sword is sharpened and is also furbished, okay? And who's the sword? Esau, Edom, all right? That's in the book of Psalms, okay? Esau, Edom, a so-called white man, is the sword of the Heavenly Father, okay? And the Lord is sharpening his sword, okay? Preparing his sword to what? To slay. You know, to come after you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans during the time of all hell breaking loose. Okay, which we're coming upon very quickly. All right, you got you know, the dollar getting ready to collapse, the economy on the brink of collapsing. You know, you got Iran, Salakia, Saudi Arabia. Okay, pretty much dropping the dollar. All right, Saudi Arabia is saying that they can trade, okay, oil with these different countries and different currencies, which that's going to affect your dollar. Okay, which you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you know, trust in. Okay, believe in. You know, the almighty dollar. Okay, chasing after the bag. Well, you know, chasing that bag is getting ready to be, you know, worthless. You know, the dollar bill is getting ready to be worthless very soon, man. Okay, so chasing the bag is vain. You know. Verse 10, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. All right. So Esau, Edom is about to come in for the slaughter, man. Okay, he's about to come in for the kill. All right, these devils are not playing with you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, I don't get why Jake is still in that play spirit, you know, that play mode. Esau, Edom ain't playing, man. The Lord ain't playing. Okay, that's why you see, you know, the men of the Lord, okay, getting more serious. All right, more grave-minded, because we're in very serious times. Okay. We're not in the time to be partying. None of that. All right? None of that party stuff, man. We're not in the time for that. It is furbished that it may glitter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Okay? Should we be in the spirit of mirth, man? All right, partying it up, living it up. Okay, living. You know, living my best life. All right, I'm getting ready to get my income tax check and go here, take a vacation. All right, I'm about to go to Miami. I'm about to, you know, hot girl summer. All right, should we be in the spirit of mirth? Question mark, man, no. All right, the Lord is getting ready to show himself. All right, the Lord is getting ready to do a lot of damage. All right. But he's going to use Esau, Edom, okay? He's going to use the so-called white man to bring hell on earth. All right? To bring hell to you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans who are rebellious, man. Okay? It containeth the rod of my son as every tree. Verse 11, he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. All right, so hey, the Lord is polishing up his his physical firearm, so to speak. All right, that's who Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's the firearm. Okay, he's the weapon of the Lord, man. All right, and he's getting ready to use them. Okay, getting ready to use them, man. All right, to bring a lot of bloodshed upon the planet Earth, to execute judgment, man. You know, I believe that's in the book of Romans as well, where it goes into he beareth not the sword in vain. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He doesn't bear, the sword in vain. Okay, the Lord didn't give Esau, all this technology, all right, the laser beams, the fighter jets, these drones, okay, the robot dogs, okay, which Esau, Edom is showcasing. These robot dogs, all these different robots that these devils got, man. That's all. It was given to him by Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, to be a weapon, man. All right, and if the Lord ain't with you, Esau, Edom is going to devour you, man. Okay, like food, like lunch, like dinner. These devils gonna run right through Jake. Okay, verse 12, and it reads, "Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people." All right, the sword is going to be upon the Lord's people, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay? These are the visions. These are the prophecies that are coming to pass. All right? The sea hip, man, we can't stress it enough. The sea hip. All right, the chip, the mark of the beast. Why do you think Trump is coming out and saying that if he's elected president again, he's going to bring back the guillotines? Okay, public capital punishment. All right, all these things go back to Rome and okay, those former Edomite rulerships. Where they was putting Jake up on crosses. All right, having Jake as gladiators, in the arenas, fighting, going up against lions and bulls. All right, that's where you get your modern day entertainment. Your football, your basketball, all those things go back to Rome. Those were forms. Those were forms of punishment, man. Okay, these different arenas where you see Jake, all right, playing football, smashing each other with pads and helmets. That's all entertainment for the devil, man. All right? Yeah, he may give you a little bit of monopoly money. But look at how Jake is in the long run. Jake, when Jake get done playing football, all right, Jake all beat up. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you all beat up. My brother played in the NFL, man. He hurt his knee and his back. All for what, man? For some monopoly money? Okay? And now he ain't, he ain't even doing that well financially, man, because money, the Lord can take, all right, that money away. Okay? It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. All right. So the Lord is, that's another title for the Heavenly Father, man, the King of Terrors. All right. He's getting ready to bring terror upon you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right. And the Lord knows, he knows what you're afraid of. Okay? He knows what brings fear to your heart, okay, your mind. Okay? And he's gonna play upon those fears, man. He's gonna bring terror by the sword. All right, Esau, Edom. And these other heathen nations as well. Okay, but his main tool is gonna be the so-called white man. All right? Because he created Esau to be the wicked, to not have any feelings when it comes to shedding blood, to killing. He's the perfect devil. He's the perfect killing machine. When you really truly understand who Esau is, man. All right, he's the Terminator. Okay? That movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, that's Esau Edom, man. He's the Terminator of the Heavenly Father. Smite, therefore, upon the thigh. All right, so we get the point. The Lord is bringing His sword, man. Okay, Yahweh Shema Shai is bringing His sword. That's going to come after you, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, let's go to Genesis 27. All right, let's keep rolling. Genesis 27. And Lord willing, this be edifying, man. And Lord willing, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are warned. Okay, because that's the main goal. All right, we'll start at verse 39, Genesis 27 and 39. And it reads, And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. Okay, this is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, getting this blessing from forefather Isaac, okay, which was Yahweh Shai. All right, when you truly understand the scriptures. All right, he has the fatness of the earth. That's why these devils have the best parts of the earth. They're able to go with the sword, okay, might I add it, and take over these different parts of the earth. That's their blessing. All right? But it's going to mention something else as well. Be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. All right, he has control, over the space, he has his satellites and stuff, everything, in the skies, man. All right, that was the part of the blessing as well. All right, verse 40, and it reads, And by thy sword shalt thou live. All right, the sword. Okay, Esau Edom is the sword, man. Okay, he's an actual weapon, even though he's a, he's a man in the flesh, but it's a spirit that's within Esau. Okay, you Jakes wonder why Esau was okay. He was able to hang Jake, chop off Jake rod, do all these atrocious, filthy, disgusting acts to Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you Hispanics, so-called Hispanics as well. You were being hung on trees. Okay, but Esau Edom had it out for the Southern Kingdom. Okay, you wonder why he was able to do those atrocious and horrific things without batting an eye. That's because Esau Edom was designed that way. All right, he was designed by the Heavenly Father to not have any remorse, any mercy, so to speak. And he lives by the sword. All right, that's how he was able to conquer, take over the planet Earth through his sword, through wickedness, witchcraft, bloodshed, rape, robbery, and murder. That's how he was able to get his blessing. All right, and that's how he's gonna try to establish his so-called New World Order. All right, he's going to establish it through a lot of bloodshed. Okay, a lot of bloodshed. Man. And his target is going to be the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, that's going to be his main target. All right. And shall serve thy brother Jacob. Salaki, it says, serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right, so Esau Edom, when it's all said and done, he's gonna serve us, man. But before that, he's gonna come with that great wrath, man. He's gonna bring holy hell on this planet Earth, man. Okay, via his technology, via his sword. You know? That's what we're telling you, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Get right with your power. Because the Lord is getting ready to show you that you've always had an enemy. You know? That you've always you always had an adversary, man. That's what Esau Edom is. He's the adversary. He's against us. All right, he's against the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He's against Yahweh Shema Shai. That's his job. Verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. All right, Esau, the so-called red Hebrew Edomite, hates you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, he hates you. You can't stress that enough, that this man can't stand your guts. All right? He don't want you to have nothing. He don't want you to be in rulership. He wants to see you dead. Okay? All these things that you see happening on the planet Earth, okay, these so-called natural disasters, these train derailments, okay, the poison in the water in Flint, Michigan, all these things are to destroy you. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right? I don't care how much these devils give you so-called Christmas presents and invite you to the barbecue, you know, invite you to go out hunting and fishing and all that bullshit. These devils can't stand you. All right? And I believe you had a Jake, so-called black man that went out hunting or fishing with some Edomites, and they killed his ass, man. Okay? They put him to death on the trip and said it was an accident. All right? Reading on, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right, that's what Esau's ready to do to you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. He's ready to kill you. Slay means to kill. All right, that's what these devils want to do with setting up this new world order. So, you know, the Lord is going to disappoint him, but he's going to do it anyway. Okay? And for him to be, in his eyes, successful at setting up his new world order, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans you can't be in the way of that. Especially us that's teaching this truth. But as a collective, all the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans have to be destroyed and in subjection. All right. Jake think they're gonna be able to have some sort of piece of this man's new world order by selling out, you know, getting these 501c3s, telling Israel lies. Man, this devil gonna destroy you niggas as well, man. All right, this man is not gonna let you have any part, all right, of his new world order that he's trying to set up. I don't care if you got a bunker, you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce. All right, all these, you know, so-called well-to-do Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans who think they gonna have a stake or a part in this new world order, man. This devil's gonna kill you as well, man. All right, he just using you, Jakes, to keep Israel in sin. All right, let's continue on. All right, let's go to Psalms 83, man. Okay, because this is the plan of the elites, starting with Esau Edom. All right, this is the plan, okay, to cut off Israel. All right, but he ain't gonna be able to cut off the remnant, man. You know. All right, we'll start at verse 2, okay? And it reads, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult." All right, the enemies of the Israelites, okay? They make a tumult, and a tumult is an angry gathering. So you're gonna see, all these elites, that rule this planet Earth, they're making an angry gathering, all right, for the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right, all these different meetings that these devils have, the G7 meetings, the G5 meetings, all these different elites come together, to figure out how to destroy the Israelites. Okay, that's what the New World Order is all about. You Negroes and Latinos might not think you're that important, but you are, man. All right? Everything they do, all these different think tanks, are on how to destroy us. Okay? Let us break their bands asunder. Because they believe if they destroy the Israelites, then they win. All right? But that's not going to happen. Okay? That's not according to, the words of the Lord, man. Okay? The Lord is going to raise up his elect, okay, the 144,000 to defeat these devils, whether you believe it or not. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right, and they that hate thee, okay, there goes that word hate again. All right, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, hates the Israelites. Okay, he has a perpetual hatred for the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and it's not going to go away. All right, you're not going to be able to sing Kumbaya to Esau Edom, the so-called white man, to calm him down. All right, to keep him from coming down with great wrath. Okay, because that's the spirit you see on Jake. They just want to get along with Esau. Okay, so Massa don't hurt us. It don't matter, man. These devils gonna do what they're going to do. All right, because the Spirit of the Lord is going to be upon you. Okay, you're not going to be able to pacify the anger of Esau Edom. All right, he hates you, man. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. All right, all these heathen nations are lifted up in pride against the Lord's people, man. Okay, that's why they think they can really, they can really box with Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, because the Lord allowed them to take us down because we went off. All right, so now Esau has it in his head that he's going to be successful with his New World Order. All right, he's going to be able to take out the Israelites, man. Okay, he's going to be able to exterminate us, but he's only going to get the 2/3. That's why you should be doing any and everything that you can not to be a part of that number. Okay, that 2/3 number. All right. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. All right. That's who this thing is geared towards. The people of the Lord, man. He's taking crafty counsel. Meaning what? He's carefully planned this New World Order out. All right, for years, these devils have been thinking and being crafty and sneaky. All right, that's why he's known as the serpent, man. The serpent, it moves very slow and calculated with everything that they do before they strike. Okay? I was listening to one of the elders. He was going into how a snake, a serpent, will wait literally days before they strike their prey, man. All right, that's a long time. I mean, that serpent was sitting there, okay, basically starving itself out. Okay, so when he was ready to eat and strike, all right, he did it with precision. And that's what these devils are doing. Okay, that crafty counsel, orchestrating all these events. All right, taking away the food stamps, taking away the Section 8 housing. Who is that going to affect the most? You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. That's who it's going to affect the most, even though, all right, these devils are going to cut off some of their own people in the process, okay, the collateral damage. But it's going to affect the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans the most, man, because we already at the bottom. We already underneath the curses. All right, so this man cutting off your food, which is nothing new, man. He did that back in the siege of Jerusalem. All right, he cut off the food supply. He cut off the water. He starved us out, man. Women were eating their children. All these things, okay, these great evils are coming back. They're coming back in a major way. And consulted against thy hidden ones, all right? Crafty plans, man, against the hidden ones, against the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? Everything you see this man doing is geared towards you, okay? No amount of burying your head underneath the sand, no amount of brushing things off, okay? Trying to close your eyes to the fact, okay, to the reality of the situation that we in. Hey, that's not gonna work, man. All right, these things are coming, okay? Jacob's trouble is coming. All right, martial law is coming. The C-hip, the chip is coming, man. It's already here. The chip is already here, man. Okay, it's on mainstream media as we speak. Okay, you just had a news clip come out in Houston where they're talking about chipping animals. Okay, why are they talking about these things? Why are they talking about chipping animals now? You know, these things weren't on mainstream media. You go back 10, 15 years ago. Nobody really even knew about the chip except, you know, certain insiders and, you know, those who kind of, you know, had somebody maybe at the top of the food chain and it was giving them information. But back then, nobody was talking about the chip like people are talking about it now. All right, nobody, the media wasn't pushing the C-hip like they are now, man. Why? Because we're in the time of the visions, okay? That vision that John the Revelator saw, man. Revelations 13. All right, we're in that time. They have said, come and let us cut them off. All right, what meaning sever, kill. All right, that's can't say it more plain than that, man. All right, these devils want to cut us off. And there ain't gonna be nothing PC about it either. You know, Jake think, you know, Esau. And a lot of you Israelites that, you know, we claim to be Israelites. You think the so-called white man is playing around. All right, for some odd reason, you think Esau Edom is playing. Okay, when you watch these summit meetings, okay, the recent one they just had, did you see any smiles on these Edomite faces? Okay, Mr. Swab, you know, these faces for the elites, did you see any smiles on their face, man? No, you didn't. All right, these devils are telling you to your face that you're gonna own nothing and be happy. They telling you to your face that black swan events are coming. That they getting ready to shut down America again. All right, but this time they gonna shut it completely down. It ain't gonna be no more hot girl summer. It ain't gonna be no more traveling, all right, going from state to state, going to see your family and going to the family reunion and cookout. There ain't gonna be none of that shit no more, man. All right, the Lord is getting ready to shut this place down before he destroys it. From being a nation, that the name of Israel, Salakia, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right? So they want to blot out the Israelites. They want to get rid of us. Okay? That's what you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans got to understand, man. Your enemy Esau Edom wants to get rid of you. All right? These devils don't want to work around you. They don't want to live around you. Why do you think when you move into their neighborhoods, they move out? You know, you go back, I'm just speaking of, California, you go back to certain parts of California, all right, all these so-called hoods, Compton, Inglewood, Edomites used to live there. But guess what happened? When you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans moved in, they got up out of there, all right? Because they know what comes along when they see a nigga moving into a neighborhood, all right? Or they see a spick or a tonto moving into a neighborhood, they know what comes along with that. That's why you see a lot of what you would call gentrification happening in these major cities, all right? Los Angeles, the Bay Area, Chicago, New York. All right, that's Esau showing his hatred towards you Israelites, man, raising up the rent, okay, in these once neighborhoods that were considered, broke, that were considered poor, so to speak. Guess what? Esau and these heathen moving up in there, renting, my family, back where I'm from, not where I'm from, but back where, I grew up, all right? We're from Jerusalem, but you know what I'm saying? Back where I grew up, all right? My family is telling me how, you go to certain parts of where, used to be so-called ghettos and hoods. Now, they got these restaurants, these extravagant townhomes, houses they building, kicking you niggas out, right? Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Okay? All the nations, all the heathen. But the top one is Esau Edom. But you got Ishmael, which are the so-called Arabs. The Elamites, which are the so-called East Indians. The Chinese, which are the so-called, Moabites. The Hamites, which are the so-called Africans. They all coming together as we speak now to formulate this new world order, man. All right, and it's all to cut off the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay? All of it. Bringing in the digital dollar, which is being talked about more and more. Okay, I just seen an article where you had, you got Bank of America coming out with the CBC DC. All right? You got Bank of America getting ready to roll it out, man. Okay, all these different stores taking away the workers and putting in, these electronic robots to take over the jobs. Okay? Hey, this devil's trying to cut out Jake, man. All right? All these little jobs that you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, are depending on, okay, are getting ready to be taken away. All right, stripped from you, man. What do you think this AI, all this AI technology is coming out for? It's coming out to cut you off. You ain't gonna be able to feed your family no more. You're not gonna all that vacation stuff. 401k. The house on the hill. All right, the dog, the picket fence, the wife, the children. Hey, Esau, Edom, okay, underneath the orders of the Lord is getting ready to cut that stuff off. All right, verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom, the house of Edom. Who is Edom? The so-called white man. Edom, all right, Adawan. Okay, red. Okay, the red dragon. All right, it all ties in together, man. All right, and that red dragon is getting ready to show, all right, to spit that fire, man, so to speak. Getting ready to spit that fire towards you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? And that's going to be the trial of the elect, okay? Through much tribulation, through that fire, man. That's how we're going to enter into the kingdom of heaven, all right? But you 2/3, man, unless you repent, that fire is going to consume you. You know, Esau Edom is about to come with it. All right, Esau Edom is getting ready to take the gloves off. You know. All right, he's been boxing, you know, with his gloves on, so to speak. But now the gloves are getting ready to come off, man. He's getting ready to show you that he truly is the devil. All right. He's getting ready to show you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that he truly is Satan, the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, man. Okay, the adversary. All right, Salaki. And the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs, all right, that's why you see, you know, the Arabs all in Jake neighborhood, setting up these liquor stores, gas stations, all right, feeding you poison with the chips and the candy, soda, all that sugar, then topping it off with the liquor, the malt liquor, all right, the Hennessy, all that shit kills you, man. Okay? All that shit kill you, man. Cigarettes, okay, the Black and Milds of Moab, okay, the Chinese serving you the dogs and the cats, and whatever else these nasty ass Moabites catch. And the Hagarenes, okay, which I believe are Africans, the Hamites, if I'm not mistaken. Gabal, Ammon, okay, Ammon is the Japanese Amalek, all right, that's the chief house of Esau. That's who's behind this new world order, to cut you Jakes off. All right, that's who's behind it, man. Okay? The chief house of Edom, Amalek, the small hats. With the inhabitants of Tyre, okay, which I believe are more Hamites. All right, but you get the point, man. All these heathen nations are coming together to try to cut off the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right? Let's go to Psalms 37 and 12. All right, this is the book of Psalms 37 and verse 12, and it reads, "But the wicked, Slakia, the wicked plotteth against the just." Okay, the wicked, who is the wicked? Esau Edom. All right, he is the wicked. And the Lord is getting ready to show you, okay, you Israelites, that he, in fact, indeed is the wicked. Okay, with the great wrath that he's getting ready to come with. All right, these concentration camps, the guillotines, okay, all these different torture tactics that these devils are getting ready to come with, torture methods, you know, putting you upside down, all right, and putting water, all right, on top of your head and your face, which is going to pretty much drown you. That's a CIA torture method. All right, putting you in a room that's ice cold, so you can't go to sleep. All right, so you can pretty much go crazy. That's the torture method. All right, these elites are going to use these torture methods on you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. You better believe it. All right, and Nashif upon him with his teeth. All right, teeth represents strength and power. His military. That's what Esau's coming with, man. All right, you just had, I believe in Washington, they were showcasing those robot dogs, and I believe it's another city as well. They're showcasing these robot dogs that have, large magazine capacity weapons on them. You know, M16s, okay, things of that nature. Rifles, you know, bringing in the UN troops with the tanks, okay? These high-power weapons, all right, bullets that can bend corners. That's him gnashing upon the Israelites with his teeth. But guess what? Verse 13. The Lord shall laugh at him. All right, Yahweh Shema Shah is laughing at these devils. All right, because he knows their plans and plots, you know. But he's laughing at them. Okay? For he seeth that his day is coming. All right? His day, Esau is about to get his judgment, but before he does, he's going to kill a lot of people, man. All right, verse 10, the wicked have drawn out the sword. All right, the wicked Esau Edom he's drawn out his sword, man. Okay? Burning down, these food plants. All right, which you had another one you had another plant burned down in Florida, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. You had another plant burned down in Florida. Then you had that chicken plant burned down, okay, I want to say a few weeks back. All right, all these different plants being burned down going back years and years. Okay, even before the pandemic, they started burning plants down. Food processing plants, the Tyson plant, chicken. No more chicken wings, man. And have bent their bow and cast down the poor and needy and slay such as be of upright conversation, all right, going into that persecution. Those of us teaching the word, Esau Edom is going to come with a sword. But the Lord is going to lift up that standard, man. All right, Yahweh Shema Shai is not going to lift up the standard for the 2/3. Okay, they don't believe on the Lord, so the Lord is not going to perform miracles for the 2/3, man. He's just going to leave you out there to be devoured by Esau Edom, and he's heathen. You know, because I harp on Esau Edom, all right, so much, but these other heathen want you Jakes as well, man. All right, don't get it twisted. These other Jakes, it's like these other heathen want you Israelites as well. All right, they're gonna be getting it in too with Esau Edom as well, man. All right, Salaki, let's go to Deuteronomy, okay, 28. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and 52, and this is going into the curses of the Israelites, which this main curse, happened during the siege of Jerusalem. but it's getting, we still underneath the curses. All right, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we're still underneath the curses, man. Okay, and this curse is still upon us, and it's getting ready to happen again. All right, Deuteronomy 28:52, and it reads, "And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates." Okay, besiege means to surround. All right, that's why you see, in all these different major cities, Esau, Edom, pretty much has, like there's only certain ways you can get out of cities. Especially like a lot of cities where Jake is at, it's only maybe a couple highways that you can take to get out. All right, and that's done purposely. Okay? That's done purposely, man. Until thy high and fenced walls come down wherein thou trusteth. All right? You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you trust, in your house and your little communities that you stay in, Atlanta. You see a lot of Jake, move to Atlanta because they think, that's gonna be the next epic center of, so-called black people. Man, the Lord's about to use Esau, Edom to run through that place, man. Okay, which Atlanta, all right, is very secluded, man. That's done on purpose. All right, you got Atlanta, and then you got, all the other little different cities that surround Atlanta. Guess what? That's Esau, Edom, man. All right, them true red-blooded American Edomites, man, and they gonna slaughter you Jakes. Okay, down there in Atlanta, man. There ain't no Black Wall Street. Throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates through all thy land, which the Lord Yahweh have given thee. All right? The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, everything comes from the Lord. So the Lord, gave Jake certain, what do you call comforts? Atlanta, these different little cities where Jake is kind of doing okay. Down here in San Antonio, you got Northern Kingdom, all right, pretty much doing good, all right? Northern Kingdom, Issachar, they got their businesses, homes, all right? But guess what? The Lord is getting ready to besiege all of that. But he's going to use Esau, Edom, okay, to cut off everything, man. That's why these doors are cutting off the food supply. Section 8, the food stamps. Verse 53, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body. All right, going into that famine. Okay, that's going into your cannibalism. That's coming back as well. All right, a lot of you women who, you don't need a man, you're gonna be out here on your own. You're gonna be putting your children inside pots. Okay, barbecuing your son's or daughter's thighs, man. All right, that's how horrific it's gonna get out here. Okay. The flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord Yahweh hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee. Okay? Esau, Edom is finna put distress on you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right? All right? And how is he gonna do that? Via him, trying to set up the New World Order. Okay? That's how he's gonna do it. Okay, he's gonna cut off everything that you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans hold dearly, man. All right, let's go to Revelations. All right, Revelations 13 and verse 16. And it reads, and he causeth all, both small and great. Okay, how is Esau going to cause all? By cutting off the food supply. That's why you see these plants being burned down. Okay, that's why you see these train derailments. That's why you see the AI, the AI system rolling out. That's why you see the CHIP rolling out. All these things are, being orchestrated to cut off, people, to cause people, to make people, to force people to take the CHIP. Okay, and that's the main prophecy that's coming. Okay, one of the main prophecies. Okay, you got Jacob's trouble as well, but that CHIP is moving at full steam. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, that mark, the karaks. All right, he's cutting everything off so he can force you to take the karaks, man. All right, and that the main target, like I was saying, is you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. That's who he truly wants to get at the end of the day. That's who he wants to force the chip upon, is you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark, the karaks, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right? So, let's go back to that again. That no man might buy or sell. Okay? How can you buy and sell with sin? How can you buy and sell, sleeping with white women, Edomites, or the heathen, or anything else? No, it's the karaks that's gonna grow, tiny, grain of rice that this devil wants to put inside of you. Okay? That's the mark. Then you have the mark, of exemption, but it's not talking about that. So you got to read the scriptures with understanding. Okay? So that, like I was going into, that's what Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is coming with, man. These are the things that your leaders should be warning you about. And if they're not, you need to evacuate immediately, whether it be Wi-Fi, IUIC, okay? What's the other ones? You know what I'm saying, etc., man. All these false camps need to evacuate immediately if they ain't warning you about the CHIP. They're not telling you about Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? Because this man is getting ready to try to bring this new world order, the karaks, okay, the CHIP. All right, let's go to Revelation 16. All right, you take that CHIP. All right, you don't trust in Yahweh Shemam Shai. The Lord is going to destroy you. Okay. Let's go to Revelation 16 and all right, we'll start at verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. Okay, and we're coming into that time, man. The Lord is getting ready to utilize his angels, man, to pour out wrath. Okay, great anger, the anger of the Lord, the indignation of Yahweh Shemam Shai, man. Okay, but he's going to use Esau Edom to do it. All right? He's gonna bring the fiery trials through Jacob's trouble. You know, Esau, Edom, you know, cutting off these different, you know, food supplies and different things of that nature, man. Verse 2. And the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sword upon the men which had the mark of the beast. Okay, so there's a judgment, there's a penalty for those who take the mark of the beast. All right, those who consent to the beast system, man. All right, even though, you know, this man is bringing, you know, Jacob's trouble. You know, he's bringing, you know, this new world order, all right, so to speak. He's, you know, taking and receiving that mark is you're going to get a grievous sword. And that could be anything, you know. The Lord can have your hand fall off, all right. The Lord can give you a blood clot where you get it. Okay, any form of judgment the Lord can bring. All right, for taking that mark, for not trusting in Him, because the Lord said His servants are going to eat. All right, we gotta have faith with that. We can't, you know, we can't consent to the beast. We can't take this man's mark. That's why we gotta pray to the Lord to put the Spirit upon us, not to do it. Okay. And upon them which worship His image. Okay. So you take that mark, you worship the image. You know, you want to be a part of this beast system. Well, you know, the Lord is He's gonna bring that punishment upon you, man. And that's what we come out here to tell you. All right? That's what we come out here to warn you of. You know? Don't consent to the beast. Don't take the mark. Have faith in the Lord. Okay? But on the other hand, hey, the devil's coming with the wrath. All right, whether you hear or forbear, Esau, Edom is coming with that wrath. All right, but with that, we'll go ahead and close the camp on out, and we'll close it out by giving all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I learned the truth from. And shalom to all you sincere Akim pushing the word of truth, and in sincerity, shalom to you Akwath, who listen and tune in as well. All right, shalom.